it's Nat here. Lovely sunny day in SA, which is wonderful. I hear it's not going to last long though, and we've got starting from tonight another whole week of rain. So I've been flat out getting all the washing out and getting motivated while it's been sunny. So I need a bit of a break. So I decided I would do my What I Do with Wallpaper episode 5, which I decided I would use some of my wallpaper to make a couple of journal covers. Now, I watched a video a couple of days ago where Gayle Agostinelli used your big envelopes to make covers, and she covered them with faux leather using craft paper, and she also used tissue paper to cover them. They were absolutely beautiful and so much easier than I thought. So I definitely want to try doing that sometime soon. But I thought, well, I'd give it a go using the same method to make wallpaper covers. Now, I know that, like, in general, wallpaper is pretty sturdy, so once you flatten it out, you could just use that as a cover, you know. But I thought, just to make it even more sturdy, that it would be good to use an envelope as well. So I've already cut out my wallpaper. I just put the envelope on it and cut around and left a nice margin of 1 inch or so on all sides. Now, it doesn't matter if they're straight really or measured that well or anything, because once you've folded it over and stuck it down, I'll probably put some paper or material on the inside which will cover over the crooked bits. So first things first, we will just close the envelope. Now, I could use that, but I don't know if I'd really rely on that, so I might just take that off and use a bit of glue as well. Now, I mean, you could just put your wallpaper over the top and not fold it over, and then you could actually leave the edges open to make big pockets at the start of your journal. But this time I thought I'll try folding it over and just see how that works. So I'll just get some glue on here. And then I might put my baking paper down, because if I don't, I'm likely to get glue all over my mat, because I'm very messy. Put that down. Now, I was trying to flatten my wallpaper. Didn't work too well, so now I'm the worst at doing the corners, so we'll see how we go. But now, what I want to do, just want to leave it out a bit, so I think that'll be alright. If I shift it over that way, it might be even better. We'll just see how we go. Now, Now, actually, before I do that, I should stick it down, shouldn't I? And then do the corners, and that way it would actually sit a bit flatter. You can tell I've thought this out well. So I'm just going to slather the front of this with a whole pile of glue, concentrating on those edges. Now I have to do this pretty quick, because this glue can dry quite quickly. So just get a whole lot in the middle and then do the edges. I reckon that should do us. Now get it to where I've cut that. Move this up just a tad like that. And that's pretty good. Sorry for bumping the camera. Give that a good push down to spread all that glue out. Alright, now we cut the corners. Stuff this one up, I've got another one, so that's alright. But I'm determined not to. So far so good. I'll just put that there. We just want to fold and glue the sides down, but what I might do first before I add the glue is get the fold started, because it is a bit like, not brittle, but you know, it's a bit more sturdy than your usual paper and your fabrics and tissue papers and that. So I think I might just give it a bit of a run over with my bone folder first, so I know I've got a neat fold before I start sticking it. That looks not too bad. A fair bit of glue, because this one is a embossed wallpaper, so I'm going to make sure it sticks all right. Just grab my tissue, I've got some glue string there. Some glue coming out there, which is all right because we're going to cover that anyway. Just make sure I didn't get any on there. Now I'm just going to keep pressing this down for a bit until it holds nice. That looks pretty good actually. Corners aren't too bad by the looks. Now, I might fold this end in as well. Looks like it's pretty close. So I think I've only got one more episode to do. It depends how many embellishments I want to make to whether it's in one or two parts, the next one. And then that will probably be it for my wallpaper series. Push that glue up. Hold these edges down for a bit. I love this wallpaper too. It's got a bit of a slight goldy tinge to it, which is awesome. And because it's embossed, you could no, I have to get some of that, is it gold mica or something that people use, and they rub into the embossing and that comes up really nice. That would be good on this, or even some inks and that. But I love it just the way it is. Absolutely beautiful. Not looking too bad either, so didn't quite get that centered as usual. One day I will, but that'll still look really good once it's folded, I reckon. Alright, now let's start with these ends. It's quite a thick paper, this one. Nice and sturdy for a cover. Oh look, the corners look pretty good. This one's got a bit of a mess, which I just need to just trim a bit. It's a bit better. I think it's ripped it, which I shouldn't have, so I'm just going to trim that little bit there off. Just like that to make it a bit neater. Alright. Stick it down, it's sticking up a little bit, and I'll worry about that after. But yes, I saw Gayle made about 7 of these the other night, but as I said, she did them with faux leather and tissue paper. They turned out wonderful, and she just keeps them just like that until she's ready to do journals, and goes through and finds a cover that's going to suit whatever themed journal she's going to do. Oops. I'm always knocking over my glue. Oh, stuck the glue in the glue. Now I've got sticky glue. Yeah, and then she just stores them all just upstanding somewhere. So I thought, well, that's a good idea, isn't it? Because, you know, you don't always want to have to worry about making a cover, especially for your, like with one of these, you can whip together a single signature journal pretty quickly. And this is my first time ever doing this, covering one of these envelopes for a journal cover, so it's good to give it a go. Fold this in. But yeah, I will be trying some of her faux leather ones and the tissue paper ones, because I've got a whole lot of tissue paper and I wasn't quite sure what to do with it other than decoupage tags and that with it. So when I saw that, I thought that is awesome. It just looked so good. And she crinkles it all up first too. I will, if I remember, which I shall, because I'll watch this video before I post it, and that'll remind me, put the link up to the video she did. So check it out, because yeah, it was heaps easy and very effective. Make sure that this is all stuck down really well. Looks pretty good, I reckon. And the corners aren't too bad. Almost didn't have enough there, but that's not a problem. We'll stick something over the top of here, and you can always do your corner edges as well. But this side looks awesome. I think I did the corners really well there. So we'll let this one dry. And then once it's dry, you fold it over and just press down with your bone folder to get a nice fold, and then it's ready to go when you want to make a journal with it. So yeah, that will be the first cover. Now the next one I want to do is with this. I used this the other day for an envelope and I actually really liked it for vintage style, so I thought I might cover one in this as well. Just move that out of the way. Now, I've probably got a bit more than I need, but we can cut that off after we've stuck it down, so probably do it about like that. So first I will close the envelope. Now open that a bit more. Fair bit around those edges. Flip it over. Now before the wallpaper folds up on me, stick it down, hope it's straight, especially since I have lines on the other side. Oh, it doesn't want to move either. Oh, that'll have to do. Oh, that's looking alright. Alright, now I might just cut some of the excess off over here. And I can use that for some of my embellishments. Alright, and then of course you do the corners again. That could do with a bit more sticking down. Well, that's not too bad. I think once we fold it over it should be alright. Rough bit. nice to get the bit of sun that we're having today. Been alright all winter, but yeah, just the other day I thought, yeah, need some sun. I just wasn't feeling right. So yeah, can't wait till it's like this most days. Be able to get out and start looking after the plants that I've been neglecting in the cold, wet weather. Alright. So I'll start sticking this down. Oops, I should have used the bone folder on it first, although it doesn't really matter. This one's not as, can't think of the right word, not as thick and that and hard to press down as the other one was. Now I'll just make sure I press all these edges down. Alright, now this time I will fold it first. Make sure we get it nice and neat. Get my glue blob off of the top. I must go get some more glue in the next week. When it gets to about halfway I start getting nervous. It's a bit silly, isn't it? But yeah, I can't stand the thought of running out of glue. It's my worst nightmare. Don't feel right if I don't glue something every day now. Alright, make sure that side's holding well. And that side looking good. I'll fold this down. I reckon my lines are going to be a little bit crooked, but oh well. For a first attempt, it'll be good enough. It's good to get glue right down near the edge there. Now I will probably leave these to dry completely before I try folding them in halves. So what I'll try and do is when I do my next video on embellishments, whatever, I'll try and remember to show you these. And of course, like, I'll leave the covers blank for now, but once I've decided what sort of journal they're going to be, then I will embellish the covers if I feel like it. The tissue there. And like I said, you can use fabric or more wallpaper or yeah, scrapbook paper just to put over this and make it nice and neat. And do that, I'll do that too when I figure out what I'm going to do with it. But at least that's 2 covers I've got now for when I want to make some single signature journals. So yes, my lines are a bit crooked, I'm a bit sad about that, but they're not too bad. Once they're folded, it'll be something like that. And this one. So yeah, easy way to make a couple of journal covers. Thanks for watching and take care everyone. See you later.